It's been a while since the last genuinely good Alien movie. Every installment post-Aliens has either been bad or completely forgettable. Until now. I went into Alien Romulus knowing actually genuinely nothing. I hadn't heard a peep about it. All I'd seen was some brilliant posters that had rivaled the OG, and that was enough to get me into the cinema on a lovely Friday evening. Alien Romulus is the... Here we go. Alien Romulus is the 6th direct Alien film, the 9th including team-ups and spin-offs. It's a sequel to Alien, but a prequel to Aliens, and features an almost entirely new cast. The movie is co-written and directed by Federico Alvarez, who you may remember from Don't Breathe and Evil Dead. Romulus follows Rain Carradine, portrayed by Kaylee Spaney. She's a young member of a mining colony. Herself and a ragtag young team plot to escape the doomed colony, but to do so, need to retrieve some stasis chambers from a drifting spacecraft in the planet's orbit. I think you can put 2 and 2 together and guess that there's something a little alien on that ship. They get stuck, and people are gonna die. That's exactly what this movie is. You've seen it 1,000 times before. Romulus basically follows the blueprint of the original film, but it is a thrill to watch. Alien Romulus is easily the best sequel this side of Aliens, which isn't a hard ask, but it's far above every post-Alien sequel the franchise has ever seen. It's a roller coaster from start to finish. There's about 10 minutes in the middle where the plot takes a turn that maybe big Prometheus fans will be frothing at, but I didn't really care for. Other than that, this was edge of your seat stuff for me, particularly that pinch point at the end of the first act. That sequence was literally the most engrossed I've been in a movie this year, and I bloody love the end of Challenges. It's not deep, it's definitely not even close to a 10 out of 10, but on a cold Friday night after a pint and a steak sandwich, this is perfect viewing for you and your mates. It's one of those films that's probably 10 times better as a cinema experience, because not only does this look great, like genuinely the choices of colour throughout creates the franchise's spookiest vibe since Alien, but it sounds incredible, and that's where Romulus really excels. Hey, whilst we're talking about sounds, if you like the sound of my opinions and my voice, I clearly do, then consider subscribing. My name's Aidan and I love to talk about film and TV, so subscribe and comment below your thoughts on Romulus. Let's chat. Romulus is a loud movie. I think more often than not, purely because I'm a fan of subtlety, I'm telling movies to be quieter, to let the performances emote us. And while Alien 7 does have its fair share of quieter moments, it's the louder stuff that really stuck with me. Obviously the sound design is a massive part of this, but the way Romulus seemingly transitions its score from the swelling emotions of 80s cinema to the deep dark pacey wubs of modern sci-fi and back to the past with the haunting echoes of a deep space orchestra is some next level stuff. It's never jarring, completely fits the bill, and is a massive part of this movie. Well done, Benjamin Wolfisk. I look forward to hearing more from you, but I'm a little worried about what's next there. Shall we talk about the elephant in the room a bit? There's probably 2 elephants that'll cause a bit of controversy. Pretty decent spoiler for a cameo here. Let's just say there's spoilers from now on. So if you've not seen Romulus yet and want to go in blind of filthy nerd boy lore stuff, jog on and then come back. Elephant 1. So Romulus resurrects an actor from the dead, not physically dummy, but through the use of CGI. They bring back that bloke from the first film, Ash his name was. Unfortunately, actor Ian Holm passed away in 2020, so to bring him back as replica android Rook, they used his voice and likeness combined with another actor. As you can expect, it doesn't look great. I actually didn't really know who Holm was, so was unaware of the whole debate whilst watching the flick. I'd actually assumed there was just some dodgy de-aging going on. I don't really like this. I really hope there was no AI involved. But ultimately, as long as Holmes' family has been consulted on the matter, I won't lose too much sleep on it. I don't really know much about entertainment law. Did they have to consult the fam? I'm not sure. Someone inform my dumbass. I'd like to know. I think what's most frustrating is that they probably could have used a different actor as a new android and no one would have cared. It's the classic they did it because they could. And perhaps Fox isn't so far from the corporation that the franchise is commenting on than they'd like to think. Elephant number 2. That ending. Now, I started things off by talking about how Romulus is just a repackaged, glossy version of the OG 1979 flick, but that really undersells the movie. For every throwback they do, it feels like they give us another, really original set piece to counteract it. The zero-gravity acid sequence was a massive fave of mine, along with the elevator sequence that followed. That's probably where the movie peaked for me. But surely, when they escaped at the end, we all knew that there was going to be a xenomorph on that ship, right? Plot twist, we've got a lady giving birth to a rapidly growing baby human Prometheus xenomorph hybrid. This guy's fugly as hell. I didn't find it overly scary, but my mate did, kid, and he doesn't get spooked too often. There was some serious barbarian energy going on here, but the final sequence plays out pretty similar to the original. I felt that was a bit much, but I still enjoyed it. Everyone in my cinema was screaming and jumping at the right moments there. No one liked watching that shit, so that's a credit to the film. Just, it maybe could have been a bit more original in the climax there. And even though I don't really give a monkey's nut about the ongoing Prometheus plot, it was kind of cool to see its likeness in that creature. It sort of feels connected, whilst not being a big info dumpy thing, although we did get that earlier in the film. It'd also be remiss of me not to shout out the xenomorphs for being genuinely spooky in this one. There's some solid imagery in there, and these movies definitely work best on claustrophobic space stations. Another reason why I'm turning a bit of a blind eye to some of the movie's similarities. There's only so much you can do there. And B, the cast is really great. I buy into them from start to finish. The android guy does so well at flipping his performance on a dime. There's a few stereotypical characters in there, but I still believe them, and that's important for this kind of movie. Get some mates, get a steak sandwich, get a pint, and then go to the cinema to check out Alien Romulus. It's a blockbuster that you can tell loads of effort has gone into, so it's worth seeing on the big screen. Even just go, close your eyes, and listen. It'll be a weird choice, but the sound design is that damn good. Let me know what you think. I've been Aidan. Subscribe and follow me on my Letterboxd, link in the description. Have a cracking day, folks.